The number of English speakers in the world is increasing every year. Good night, everyone. This is my first journal entry and is a reflection about the first unit of our integrated English language course, about this unit 1 named Power of Language, the power of language, the influence of English in Latin America, and all those topics are related with the previous statement, which I said before. The number of English speakers in the world is increasing every time, every year. I would say even every day. And why? Why is this happening? Let's say that the impact of English has become a matter of social status. First of all, we have to say that a person who speaks in English has a better social status than another person who doesn't speak a second language, or even doesn't speak very well his or her own first language. In the case of Spanish, for example, the penetration of English in Latin America has been huge. Let's use that word, because we are, as a society, as a complex society, in for instance Latin American society, we are understanding that if we learn a second language, and not just a second language, if we learn how to speak and how to use English, we will have the power and the capacity to be a better place, let's start with at the beginning with the micro issue in this place, which is the person. If I learn how to speak in English, I am going to be a better person. I am going to have a better job, better salary, a better quality of job, better opportunities. And then this idea increases with the rest of the society. If we allow this language, English, in our country, we are going to develop our social, political, and educational systems, all of them, because English is the language, I wouldn't say of the future, but of our century, of our times. We are using English as a lingua franca, which is a quite interesting, interesting concept, because we are, as future English teachers, and let's transport this idea to our reality. We, as a future English teachers, we are going to teach not just English in a certain accent, as British accent, North American accent, or Australian accent, but we are going to teach English in order to allow our students to communicate in the world. That's the main characteristic and the main use of English nowadays. To allow people to communicate. But to allow to communicate with people from another part of the world, with the population from, for example, of China, in order to make the society a more complex place in cultural terms, in order to make economical trades, in order to have a better world. And this idea was developed and has been developed during the last, let's say, 20 or 30 years. So the importance of English is amazing nowadays. So how do we use this language? How do we use the power of language? it is a question that we have to develop during our whole career. And I think that it doesn't matter how do you speak. If you use formal language, as we've been learning during the unit, if we use a certain or a specific accent, no, it doesn't matter. I think that you have to think how to communicate in a accurate way. And that's the issue with English nowadays, with the power of English. Because if you have the capacity to communicate with another language, you have power. And you can use it. Good night.